Sports. We love to play them, watch them, and take pictures of them. Taking a good sports picture makes you feel a part of the action. And there's a lot of inherent drama that you can capture even in a Little League game or a kid's soccer match. Now before I even step to the edge of the field, I'm going to switch the mode dial to the sports program and have a telephoto zoom lens to help me get close to the action. One thing that's universal about almost all sports is that they are fast. Of course, that's a great part of the appeal of photographing them, capturing the drama of people in motion. But it also raises the technical challenges of getting a good picture of fast-moving people, often from a good distance. It's not as if they'll stop and pose for you. This is where the D40 and the D40X will really go to work for you. Using a standard zoom, such as the 18 to 55 millimeter, you get a nice wide-angle overview of the field. But if you really want to fill the frame with the action, you'll need a telephoto zoom. Two such lenses are Nikon's 55 to 200 millimeter and 70 to 300 millimeter. Both lenses help you easily fill your frame with action, so you can capture crisp, lively pictures as if you were right next to the action. Now, one of the most important things with sports photography is to put yourself in the right place. Now, I'm right off the edge of the field here, not up in the stands, because I want the action coming right towards the net. I've got the long lens, and I've positioned myself so the light is coming over my left shoulder. Now, we've got a rapidly moving fog, but it's still brighter behind me than in front of me. I've got the long lens, and I'm going to wait for the action, the strikers, to come right towards the goal. And that way, I'm shooting at their eye level instead of sitting up in the stands with the rest of the people shooting down. So here they come. Like the athletes on the field, a camera has to really be able to perform to get a good sports picture. That means it needs to be able to fire instantly, use fast shutter speeds to freeze the action and avoid camera shake, and it needs to be able to autofocus quickly and accurately. Fortunately, both the D40 and D40X are remarkably adept. In sports mode, the exposure is automatically set, prioritizing a fast shutter speed and a relatively open aperture. The camera's sensitivity, or ISO, is automatically raised so you can have shutter speeds fast enough to freeze the action and reduce the effects that might be introduced from camera shake. I'm using the 55 to 200 millimeter, and look how the open aperture gives us that nice diffused background, like in the portrait mode, which helps isolate the action. Also in sports mode, the camera focuses continuously while the shutter release button is pressed halfway. The camera will continue to focus based on the information from the other focus areas as you continue to shoot. Now here's a good tip. With sports, it's usually a good idea to turn on the continuous shooting mode. This means you can take up to 2.5 shots per second with the D40 and up to 3 shots per second with the D40X just by holding down the shutter release. That way you can choose from a number of shots right around the action. We'll set it by using the assist image function, like I showed you before. You just press the I button twice, scroll to the shooting mode icon, and press OK. When the light gets low, the camera will automatically increase the ISO sensitivity to allow the camera to select shutter speeds that can reduce blur created by camera shake. As the light gets even lower, you'll need to brace yourself carefully. You can kneel and brace your elbow against your knee, or find a post or a fence to help keep the camera steady. Another option is to get a vibration reduction lens, like the 55 to 200 millimeter. It helps reduce the effect of camera shake so you can take crisp pictures without the need of a tripod when the light gets low. It's really very handy. Look how that shot fills the frame. Beautiful.